Okay, gang, so we have the Junkions here. This is a crazy awesome unboxing. It took me a long time to sort of assemble these three here to do this little collage unboxing here, which is the usual here for the Windwhirler channel. So I'm so stoked on these. I really loved the Junkions in the Transformers, the movie. Thought they were so cool. The idea of a junk planet, you know, where all the trash from like the different planets in the you know, the space bridge system or whatever, all that trash just lands in one fucking section, and then out of that comes this new race of Transformers, their own faction. I just thought it was so cool, like kind of Mad Max style. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked on these. So I'm gonna crack one of them open here. I'm thinking I'm gonna start with Scraphook. I'm gonna start with him because I think he was probably the first one that I got, and then we'll kind of slowly move on. I think I'll do Crashbar next, and then we'll save the big Trashmaster for last. So we get these guys out of the way. All right, on. This guy a little front and center here, and yeah, we'll just take a quick look at the box. I mean, this is the Legacy Evolution line here, so we have, as always, beautiful art on these boxes here. I'm just so stoked that they do this. Like, this just goes a long way, you know, and just making it so much cooler, you know. And you always get these little teases here on the other side. So you have a feature shot over here, and then you get, you know, what else is going on here for this series. So we got some Insecticons right here, then, you know, swarming in. There's all the Junkions. You got I guess Armada characters here. Yeah, this is really cool. On the back, you can see we have a couple different modes, and then obviously what's really cool about these particular ones is they come apart and they're basically like weaponizers from the original Siege series. So this is a very cool feature. So we're going to be able to customize these and mix them, match them. And so my plan here is eventually for my own stop motion series is to have you know, my core group of Autobots like crash land here on Junkion, and then basically end up in a gladiatorial arena style fight thing. And so I'm looking forward to that. I mean, just these are little ideas and teases for my stop motion series, so hopefully I'll be able to get to that one day. But for now, let's just crack this guy open. So I'm just gonna get my old trusty tool out here, and I guess we'll start here. Here on the Windwhirler channel, we do the unboxing and we get our first impressions. So it's one of the main features of watching my thing here. This is not just a review, you know. I like still consider it to be a straight up unboxing video, and we do go over it a little bit. But yeah, it's a mix of stuff here. So, you know, there's so many people doing this on YouTube. So, you know, try to stand out a little bit. My own little take on the unboxing genre here. Slide on out. Oh, a couple extra stuff here. There's his manual. Nice. That's that for now. Don't need that. We'll just stick this back here for now, just in the corner. Yeah, it's probably good right there. All right. I think I'm going to need a little bit more light in here, so let's do a little cut here. I'm going to get him out of this string, and then we'll get a little bit more of a first impression here. All right, that was a quick cut here, literally, and we're going to take this off here so we can pull him out. And like I said, you get that first impression. Nice little backing here. One thing I do miss about the plasticky clamshells, we used to get these nice backings for them, but now the backings are always wholly and cut up, so you don't get nice little display backings. Oh, let's not forget the accessories. Pull those out. Holy fuck. Come on. There we go. Ah, this is a pain. There we go. Okay, we'll just stick that back there for now. And we'll take the accessories, put that over there too for the moment. And now we get to the actual meat and potatoes here, which is our first impression of Scraphook. Alright. To be honest, out of the three of them, this was the one I was really looking for the most. I thought he had one of the best looking sculpts, and I gotta say, does not disappoint. Oh! There you go, weaponizers coming apart easily, so keep that in mind. At least, you know, you can pop them back together. You know, these guys are junky, right? So they're gonna be falling apart. That might be a fun little gimmick when I do animate these guys. It's just they're constantly falling apart. Just made of scrap parts and such. but I do really enjoy the paint apps on this. It's very clean. I would say that one thing I actually think I'm kind of missing him right here, and this is something that, you know, made the Siege line really good, is that it had all that silver dry brushing on, but I don't see a single dry brush on this whole thing, which is kind of bizarre when you think of how these guys are just scraping together, scraping out an existence there on Junkion, and they don't have a single scratch. Like, what the hell? Maybe the other ones do, I don't know, but I guess they've been polishing up, even though they're made of kind of scrap parts here.
What are those?
Oh boy, okay, so we got a lot of little accessories here. Man, they really gave it a good wrapping here. I think that's everything. Okay. But geez, like, look at all these accessories. That is crazy. Really souped them up. Get out of here. He's got like some spike spinning thing. He's got a little, there's his hook. Scraphook. What's a Scraphook without his hook? There he is. There it is. Got some of these here. Don't really know. I guess this is a little gun maybe or something for the mount gun, arm mounted gun. And then you got these things. These are his exhausts. And then here's the arm for the hook. So we do get quite a lot of little accessories with this guy. It's really nice. Plug these in and mess around a little, I guess. Sweet. All right. So I, you know, popped on a few of the accessories. I mean, it's my first shot at seeing how they would look here, but I basically put these on the arms. Got him holding this thing as maybe it's like a little shield or something. And then over here, I just got him holding the hook. I didn't really know what to do with it otherwise, but I think you got to be careful here because it's a little bit flimsy. I feel like if you're not careful, this might snap off the peg there, so be careful. But for the most part, I mean, this guy's looking pretty badass. Yeah, don't want to mess with him. He's got an eye patch too. Look at that. Look at that head sculpt. Hang on, let's get in there. Like, that is quite a nice head sculpt. I love, you know, he's got the one eye out there. It's really cool. And then they always put in the beard kind of face there. That looks really cool too. The Autobot symbol's very clean. I do think, yeah, that definitely one of my gripes with these guys, I think, is definitely going to be the fact that they didn't bother doing the dry brushing on them. I think that's definitely missing. You know, I love that about the Siege line. Like, you know, they had all like scuffed up because they've been in war with each other on Cybertron. So surprised they didn't go the extra mile for these guys. But I mean, sculpt-wise, I mean, this is insane. This is really cool. But yeah, we'll get to the transformation here in a sec. We're gonna pop out to the next guy, and then we're going to do some comparisons. So let's get to that. Yeah! And here we have Crashbar. He is the littlest of the Junkions that I've gotten. So I wanted to kind of go into a little bit more about that, but let me just double check. So Heon actually has, looks like a slightly different bit of design here on the side. So when we look at this one, oh shit, when we put that together, it actually makes a full fight scene here. This is really cool. Oh my god, and then you got that face in the middle there. I guess that's that famous newer Decepticon. I don't even know his name. And you got Optimus up here. Wow, that's cool. That's a really cool thing that they made that work. There's the Dinobots. You got the Insecticons on that side. Lio Convoy, which is kind of cool. He's definitely interesting. I never really watched that anime, Beast Wars second one, but I remember having the comics and a couple of figures from it. Looked pretty cool, but yeah, I know I was more into the regular 3D Beast Wars. That was my jam. But yeah, that's very neat. Cool how they have that. Toss this out. And on the side we got another beautiful art here of Crashbar, looking pretty badass. Don't have my translator here, so I don't really know what this is or what that's saying, but I'm sure it probably says Crashbar. But yeah, let's see if we can get him out of this box here. The old sharp knife here. Be careful, don't handle sharp knives if you aren't experienced with it. I would say just tear this open, but for me, I'm just trying to not destroy the box, but oh, look at that. I already destroyed it. Alright. Okay, mostly it's just trying not to mess up the figure in there too badly, but this is going terribly right now. There we go. Okay, put the sharp object away. And we'll pull him out of the old box. There we go. Okay, okay, he's looking cool. Got a couple manuals, and then there's that little piece of paper. We don't need that paper, so I'm gonna keep it in there. Put him to the side. Over here, there's his manual, which we'll get into in a minute. And here is Crashbar. He's stranded. There's his wheels in the back, his accessories. Pull those off of there. Toss them back for now. I mean, I didn't show you guys the cutting of this, but I might as well do it now. It's a little bit of a pain. That's typically why I don't do it. It's kind of, this is the new painful part. The new painful part. Try not to cut yourself with these. Ah, my knife is super dull. But oh, he's already taking a bow for us. I don't need to bow. You bow to no man, Crashbar. All right. Put that back there. Damn. Cool. All right, here he is. So first off, I really like how these kind of the asymmetry here of his legs. I think that's a very good point for him being you know, Junkion. The head has really nice articulation. I love that it's on this ball joint. I wish more Transformers came on like a nice ball joint thing like this, because like, I mean, already we got this guy and his head is very stiff. He does not move very well. But him, he's like rocking. So that's nice. But no, I do like they did a good job at making him feel junky, but also still cohesive, you know. In the back here, you got his wheels sort of sticking out the back of his legs. So these are, I don't know, would you consider this kibble? I mean, he doesn't have the backpack, which is pretty usual. But he's very small. He's a very small character. You know, I think this guy's even borderline core class, I would say, even. You know, he kind of falls into that Bumblebee range, I think, for... oh, his leg came off, but it's okay, because it pops right back on. Oh, shit. There we go. It pops right back on. Nice. So that is very interesting. I think I quite like that. Let me mess around here. Oh, he's got a silver on this side. And see, he did a nice job. Like this, actually, very nice shiny silver. And I just like his chest plate as well. Like the lights here. This is just very nice. I mean, the paint detailing is great. Like the color choice, perfect. The rust color, amazing. Still, once again, missing that dry brushing there. That would have literally taken it to the next level. Because these are really cool so far. But here, give me 1 second here. We're gonna mess with those accessories. Let's take a look. So we got them in this little paper bag here. It's very layered. We managed to put many layers of paper. Oh, he's got a lot of accessories too. These are great, man. Like, you got so much cool stuff with these guys. You usually get like one accessory, and it's typically just a gun. But this, look at all this stuff, man. That is awesome. Okay, well, I mean, you got 4 little things here, but okay, I'm thinking these are his handlebars, or I should say crash bars. And this, I don't know what these are. I guess these are big giant guns, or maybe they're, oh, you know what? They're probably like his saddlebags or whatever that go on the motorcycle. But they also double as big ass guns. Whoa! It looks like it's morning. Oh man, this looks great. He's got these big giant guns. He's such a little guy. I can tell he might have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder here. But I mean, I did put the crash bars there as well, so I thought they looked cool, you know, just sticking up like that. It's a little bit funny, I guess, but yeah, I could get down with that. I mean, there's a few places you can put it. I mean, what's great about these new, the new standard for Transformers, they always have these nice ports, so you can really just store weapons anywhere. You can you know, add weapons and armor and all kinds of cool stuff to them. Like, I just think they've got, I mean, they've been at this for like years. I mean, I don't know when Transformers was the 80s. It's like over 34 years of these toys, so they've really got things figured out for this new line, and it's like how connected everything is with it, you know. Got his little abs here. I just noticed that. It's kind of funny, but this is very cool. I think he actually might be one of my favorites just by the look of him. He's got his face is like really well detailed too. They actually colored in his beard opposed to the other guys, like all silver. A little another comparison here with these two. Yeah, see, it's not colored in, but his is. But yeah, it doesn't matter too much. I mean, it's a little. These are little gripes, right? I think overall, like the sculpt and the articulation is there. It's perfect. I mean, it doesn't hamper it too much because you can bend these wheels down. I mean, I'm sure you could even swap these out. There's probably some alternate transforming modes here you can mess around with these guys. So he has wheels for feet instead, something like that. But yeah, this is cool. I mean, both of them actually have really decent movement, so very stoked on that. So we're gonna get to his transformation in a minute, just like I mentioned there with our other boy here. And so we're gonna actually get into the big dog, and then we're gonna come back and yeah, we'll compare them their different robots moods. Yeah. There he is, Trashmaster. Yes, he's the master of garbage. This guy, he's the newest one I just got. He just came in this week. I had him on pre-order on Amazon for some time, and now he finally came in. The box was totally fucked up. I don't know what happened, but I mean, I definitely was able to get it more into shape, but like this was flattened. I mean, he looks like he's okay. We'll see when we open him up. Hopefully he's not busted, but like, he was not well packaged, that's for sure. I mean, these boxes are fairly resilient. I mean, you can pop them back into the shape, but look, it's got a rock to it, right? I mean, it's not quite right. But that truck mode looks really, really cool. I like that you can pop out pieces from it, so this is going to be interesting to try, because I mean, I do have, not the purple dude, but I mean, Scraphook over here is actually the same mold. All the different pieces he comes apart. He's got his little thing, like lots of cool accessories. I'm a little nervous about how these little side pieces are going to look, but we'll see. I'm going to mess around with them. Really cool side art here. Really love that. Always going to admire the art on these boxes. I mean, yeah, they go the extra mile, you know? That's for damn sure. But yeah, this looks like the same as Crashbar, so we're not going to compare that again. But yeah, let's get the old trusty box cutter here, and let's see if we can get that cut. Get this here cut. Get that here cut. Cut. Okay, and then pull that open. Oh, there we go. Put that aside. Yeah, alright, so slide it right out. Okay. Put this over here for now. Hopefully it doesn't fucking fall over. It constantly does. We have the instructions. So again, we'll get to that later. There's big accessory box. Wow, look at that. It's just hanging off here. Nice. There is Trashmaster, which he looks like he's in good shape. I'm glad. We got good boxes here. So, need to take a sec here and cut them out of this. And looks like they brought back the plastic. Oh God, Hasbro, how could you do that? More plastic to cover my plastic that I bought. Alright, alright. We're gonna get to this here quick. Oh, it's a little bit flimsier though. Maybe it's biodegradable. Whoa. This is the new painful part, is cutting them out of this instead of the plastic. Ow, dang it. Almost cut myself on that one. Be careful, this is very exciting to watch, I imagine. Will he hurt himself? We shall see. Just like I said, if you're a young kid, make sure to have a parent around to help you with this. Do not cut with a knife yourself. Would not recommend that if you are inexperienced. Okay. Let's see. Slowly cut this here. You gotta be delicate, don't want to scratch the toy. Dang, that looks a little bit weird, hey? Okay, but anyways, we're just gonna pop this guy out. Should be good to go now. Oh, don't tell me there's one more. Oh, it's across the chest. Dang it. Okay, we'll get to that. How do I do this? Oh God, I'm breaking this box up. Dang it, that's really tricky. There we go. And he's free. Oh my God, that new painful part is extra painful. Oh, okay, so here we have first impression. Take a good look here. Right on, okay. Big, chunky guy. Oh, nice, okay, so the arms can bend right up like that, so that's perfect. Okay, I love the chain here on the sides. It's very, very Mad Max. Super cool. He's got built-in guns on his hands. Wow, okay. That is interesting. And he's got guns forever. Can't take the guns off the hands. Because that's pretty cool. And then there's these floppy things that I was kind of worried about, but now that I see them, it's not too bad actually. They kind of just look like more armor pieces. Yeah, that's actually good. Okay, I was worried that they would look a little bit funny, but no, and it doesn't really impede the articulation. And you can lift it up if you want them to kick out. Okay, okay. That's pretty good. Must have ankle pivot. Oh, it's tight. Tight ankle pivot, be careful. It doesn't move too well. But the knees bend pretty well too. This back section, I'm not really sure what we're meant to do with it. Is this supposed to pop up? And this, I mean, this just sits down like that right now, so, but maybe this can, I was hoping that this could, must be a way to get this to bend in there. Oh, maybe if I pull that back, put that up, maybe? What? This is just stuck out like that. Huh. Guess that is what it is. Well, that's okay, I guess. Just got like a seat on the back of him. I can sit Crashbar on there. Okay. Unless he will sit on that, I don't know. But for the most part, this guy's pretty cool. I mean, it says that he's, is this leader class? Oh yeah, Voyager class. So, I mean, I guess I could call this Voyager. I mean, it's, I'd say he's still kind of in scale with, you know, the deluxe class, but I mean, there's a little extra bulk to it, so sure, yeah, this will pass. I guess because he's kind of short, but he is wide. Big head. This head is on a little bit of a ball joint, so you get this kind of heavy metal head bob, I guess, which is neat. Got the mohawk like that. Big ass jaw. Kind of rocking the, what is that? The, what's that dude from Transformers Animated? He's rocking the bulkhead underbite. These are all patched on there. That's very cool. Yeah, alright, you know what? I'm definitely feeling this guy. I think he's going to be really cool. I kind of picture him as maybe being the head of the you know, the guy sitting in the big chair, maybe watching the gladiatorial arenas, maybe calling the shots in this part of Junkion. Alright. Yeah, this is cool. Alright, let's take a look at those accessories. Cool. We got a lot of layers on this. Undo that, and we got some cool accessories here. Look at that. Wow. Neat. Okay, so this is one of the more fun ones. Big mouth thing. I like that. And this is kind of, I guess, like a scoop as well, or a pair of scissors. I don't really know. But this is definitely one of the cool things. It looks a little bit fucked up, actually. I'm going to say that mine is a little bit junky. I don't know, it's more junky than I think it's supposed to be. Looks like it's kind of warped. Maybe that happened from getting crushed. Or maybe that's just how it's supposed to be. I have no idea, but it is what it is. That is what it is. And then we got these here. A couple extra wheels. I guess this probably is the front section. Yeah, look at that. Looks like a front. Yeah, that goes together. Wheels. Neat. And then we got whatever these are. Oh, these must be to activate his trash compactor or whatnot. Okay, get behind that. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's equip him. Alright, so here's one take, I guess you can go. Was kind of, you know, a little bit troubled as to how to find a place for these. I mean, he's got these as his main shooting guns, I guess, but I think this guy's more of like a brute. So he has tiny little guns here, but he's more about, I guess, crushing and smashing with his big-ass arms, I think. So, and I put these here. This actually, I think, is one of the best-looking parts. This also sits nicely on the back here. It's got 2 plugins. This I don't know. It's kind of funny, I guess, looking at it. Actually, his back is quite smooth now with that there. So I actually like that. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of sticking out the back. That's kind of funny too. But maybe he's just like getting, it's like a backpack, I guess. You're filling it up with stuff. This doesn't look quite as bad too when you have some more bulk back here. But I don't know why it's just kind of randomly here. It's just, I think it's probably, there's no way to tuck it away, I guess. It's just sort of stuck there. You can kind of maybe do this, but then there's this gappage here. So, don't really know about that. Probably my gripe is this piece, but maybe if there's some ways to mess around with the transformation, I can try and figure that out. But for the most part, this is the best I think I can come up with. Let me try one more time here. Okay, so this actually looks pretty damn good here as a backpack piece. Just put that really right here, just plugged it in, put it together, and it actually does kind of cover up this piece a little bit more. It actually looks a lot better having this together like that, I would say. Yeah, I'm into that. And then this, unfortunately, is difficult. I gotta say, like the ways to, because he has these little gun things, you can't really have him holding it in his hand. There's not really a way to get him to hold it, as far as I can tell. So this is the best you can do. So you can't really have the crunching mouth pointing forward, at least not in the way I've been trying to get it to work. I mean, it advertises right here that you should be able to do it, but I don't know. I can't figure out how it would be done. So you gotta hold it out like this. Oh wait, maybe this will work. Oh, it's because it won't really. Oh, there we go. Kind of works okay, I guess. Yeah, okay, that's not too bad, but it's not like fully slotted in there. It's just barely holding in. But then, at least now, he has the trash going in. But then you can't even really open it because the gun is in the way. So this is kind of a, I don't know. They should have given him these gun hands. Like, why did they do that? At first, I knew right away. I was like, these are kind of weird. But now it really impedes the articulation of this. I can't quite. I don't know. I guess maybe if I put it, no, B, then you can't put it like this because then this gets in the way. Well. I guess that is what it is, huh? Well, alas. We cannot do much with this. Oh, I guess maybe there'll be more options for it in his alt mode. But still, I quite like him. I still think he looks really good. The feet are cool. I don't know. He's just got good, easily posable feet, nice and wide. So I still think this guy looks really cool. This accessory here, even though it's really cool, there's not much use for it with him in this mode because there's not really anywhere for him to hold it well. But I do like this, and I mean the little guns are cool. It's just these need to be figured out a little bit better. But for the most part, I still think this guy is cool.
Oh man! Let's party! Yeah!
Huh?
Okay, and here is the 3 Junkions all together. They're robot modes, obviously. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Now that I have them all together, I would say this doesn't really match for a core class. He definitely comes into the deluxe class, for sure. And yeah, this right here, still think he's probably, I mean, yeah, he's still probably one of my favorites. His arm articulation's a little bit limited with how it works, but, and I also find that these are a little bit loose as well. Wish that could have been a little bit tighter, but I still think he's probably one of the coolest looking ones. He's definitely the oldest and wisest. You can tell by the eye patch and the beard. And then you got this guy who's probably like the crazy renegade with the chip on his shoulder. And you got this big guy who's probably thinks he's the toughest of them all. And so together I've formed myself basically a couple Junkions from the planet Junkion, which yeah, so I'm sure you're wondering, like, am I going to be getting... Whoa! I'm sure you're wondering, am I going to be getting the other 2 bigger, I guess, leader class Junkions? And the answer to that is, I don't know. part of me doesn't want to because, for one, they both turn into motorcycles. This guy also happens to turn into a motorcycle, which I thought was an odd choice because if you establish them as motorcycles and they're pretty big compared to what a garbage truck looks like and what this car looks like, I think this is going to probably fit better in scale with these two, whereas those are giant compared to what these guys are. So for me, it just, I don't know, the scaling issue is a problem. And not, you know, not that I don't like the pointy gun titties that one, I can't remember his name is, but not super into that design, I guess, either. I mean, the other one's pretty cool, but like I said, do I want to have like this weird size difference thing, like the out of scale kind of thing going on? I don't know. So at the moment, I mean, this is my Junkions. These will probably what I be using for my stop motion series. I'll mix and match these extra pieces they have to try and create some variety. And I guess we'll see if they put out any more. But for now, I don't know. I mean, I passed up on those two originally when they first came out. I'm just gonna kind of hold out for now. But this is pretty cool so far. I can get a lot with these guys. I like having kind of 3 characters from one faction at the very least, you know. Maybe one more might be cool, but I'm just on the fence with those other 2 at the moment. But these do look really sick together, and I'm excited to pair them with some of my other Transformers and see how they all scale with each other. So let's actually go check that out quick. Okay, and here's a little size comparison to a couple of my staple Autobots here. We got Prowl and Ironhide. These are from the Siege line, which still probably my favorite Transformer line to have ever come out. These guys are going to be the ones I'm going to be using in my stop motion series. I've got it planned to be set in the fictional 2005 that was depicted in a Transformers movie. And what I kind of wanted to do, and this is just for my own little spice of it, I'm using their Cybertronian modes because I figure you have a futuristic version of Earth and like I guess it's an alternate version of Earth that has developed from the 1980s with Transformer technology alongside them. So we had basically a boost. So I figured they would come back and end up using their own original Cybertronian modes since they're, you know, more advanced looking and such. So this is kind of my plan for it, basically. So I'll be using these guys. I still think they look sick. I mean, I love the square boxiness. And then once again, see, here's Ironhide's got that little silver paintbrushing here. We didn't end up getting that on Prowl. Prowl's actually looking super pristine in comparison here to the Junkions. So that's a really nice juxtaposition there. But yeah, definitely you had a lot of nice paint detailing with that silver on this Ironhide here. I wish we had some of that on these guys. I mean, I'm not proficient enough at paint to start taking a dry brush to it, but I can imagine a couple customizers taking it into their own hands. But I mean, the scaling's nice. Like I said, this guy's a Voyager, but you know, he's about the same height and as Ironhide. Of course, he does have a lot more bulk to him. I mean, you can lift him up. He's definitely heavier than Ironhide, but Ironhide's got some weight to him still too. So, I mean, they classify him as Voyager, but he's one of those that are kind of just on the precipice of one, I would say. Just like I'd say he's kind of on that precipice of like deluxe to core class. So, but these look really cool together. So yeah, let's do another comparison with a couple other figures here. Cool. And now we brought back in Scraphook here to do this comparison with some Decepticons. So these look really cool. Once again, we got a nice pristine looking Transformer here next to these junky guys, which love that how that looks. And I mean, you know, this Insecticon too, he looks really cool. I mean, he's kind of like their counterpart for this I guess legacy line. You know, you have these Horde characters, basically. I guess that you would kind of consider them that from Autobot and Decepticon point of view. But I did, right now I've got to my other 2 Insecticons. One of them's on ice, and I got another one should be arriving this week, so hopefully we'll be able to get the Insecticon unboxing done next. I mean, I've already got this guy unboxed, but I'm going to do just a duo with those two and do some comparisons. Just a quick one, I think it should be fun. But thought I'd just show them off here. These look so cool, honestly. I'm like really stoked to have these. But I really like the idea of being able to build out like the population of each of the main Cybertronian planets like that have been introduced. I mean, for me, when I first like really was getting into Transformers, like I was into Beast Wars first, right? Because that was my main thing to start off. But when I was getting into the classic G1 type characters, it was through Transformers Cybertron, actually. So like I kind of skipped Armada and even Energon. I watched the odd Energon episode, but it was Cybertron when I really started getting into it and collecting the toys. So for me, like the whole different planets thing is still kind of really embedded in my idea of how the Transformers work. And so I think that's going to be a thing that I'm really wanting to focus on for my next, for when I eventually do my Transformers series. But these look so dang cool. I can't stop saying how cool they look. And see, I'll say this, you know, if you can take a Decepticon Autobot logo and put silver on it like that, it's always going to stand out and look so sharp. I mean, they got white around his, so it's not quite as like popping, and same he doesn't actually have any silver. It's just that one little, just the logo. But I think, you know, I'll always advocate for them encoding or putting the border of silver on there. Looking at him, I don't even think he has, oh, there it is. Okay, I was wondering, like, he doesn't have an Autobot logo, like, but his, yeah, I see his doesn't have the silver around it, so it doesn't really stick out as well. So I don't know if Hasbro's out there watching this, definitely you know, put the silver border around it. That would be a lot better. Okay, and here's the final comparison I wanted to do, is just them all in their alt modes. Right away, like, this is just the beast right here. It looks so sick. You know, the mouth actually has a way better function here on the back, which is great. You know, the trash compactor looks really cool. And then these things obviously operate as like that thing that you typically see there on garbage trucks, so that's cool. And then right here, we got the hook. The hook's very neat. You can use that to tow cars and stuff, so I guess this would hook on nicely right here. Yeah, that actually works out. Huh, that's pretty cool. Nice little function there. So that works nicely. Put them over here. And then here, I would say, is kind of still a scaling issue. I mean, this is a giant motorcycle compared to, you know, what you would think would fit in the cockpit of, say, this car, or say even the cockpit of this truck. I mean, look at that door. It's a really small door, so if you think the average person might be about this tall, give or take, from the ground, this is still way too big. So I mean, I guess the idea is that this is a motorcycle meant for Cybertronians, not for humans. So I think if that's the logic you want to go with, then it makes sense. But then you have even bigger motorcycles, so I guess, I mean, Transformers come in different sizes, so logically I guess it makes sense you would have larger motorcycles fitting in with these with smaller characters as well. So I guess it makes sense. I mean, the motorcycle thing's always probably been a difficult thing for it's always been a difficult thing for Transformers, I feel like, and scaling, because yeah, this would have to be a lot smaller to be a human motorcycle. But you know, I guess kind of made it make sense there. This looks really cool. I mean, these little things here almost look like eyes, which is kind of a trip. I don't think this wheel rotates, but the top part does. I guess it's kind of interesting enough. But I guess it would be something to try here, see if we can fit another Transformer on top of there. But no, for the most part, I mean, scaling does look good. I mean, you got a sort of a truck van here, and it's about the same size here. This is a little bit bigger, more Optimus Prime kind of size. These guys definitely fits in scale nicely compared to these cars. So yeah, I think they did a good job with these. I mean, their vehicle mode's really cool. I like how they do feel very Mad Max style. It makes a lot of sense for where they're from, you know. So sort of like an apocalyptic wasteland of a Transformers place. So I think it would be really cool to like get a lot more in depth in the planet there and do a whole stop motion series just set in on all the different planets that they featured and just do one good feature on Junkion, and I think this should be a pretty cool one, so I guess we'll see what happens. Okay, I gotta admit this does look pretty cool. I think Bumblebee was probably the best scale-wise to fit onto this motorcycle, and he looks super cool. I think yeah, I could get down with this here. I mean, maybe it does make sense there for it to be different sizes of motorcycles, you know, because obviously Transformers, they all come in different sizes, so, you know, why not? So, I'm into this. I might end up getting those other two Junkions now that I'm feeling satisfied with how this looks. I've rationalized it here on video with you guys, so, I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, I know transferring scaling is just always so crazy, but, I'm just trying to make it make sense, you know, as best I can, as far as alien Transformers, like transforming vehicles that look, you know, similar to what we've built for our own vehicle cars, all that kind of thing. I know it's, you gotta suspend your disbelief at the end of the day for all this to make sense, but, yeah.